Good morning, scientists. This is Mr. Overholt with the Winston Center for Forsyth County Schools Science Department. Here to look at another day of weather. Beautiful day outside. Look at the clear blue skies. Not a cloud out there. It is a breezy one this morning. As we're getting a good look here, we're going to stop and watch the trees moving because winds are blowing out there, so it makes it feel cooler. All right, let's look at the data from Davis Weather Link sitting atop the building of Moore Magnet Elementary in the heart of Winston-Salem, Forsyth County Schools. Currently, we're sitting at 53 degrees Fahrenheit. Our winds are at 0 miles per hour, which is a little bit surprising because when I looked at it a couple minutes ago and recorded the data, it said that we had 14-mile-an-hour gusts out there. So we have some good winds out there, as we saw from our observation. 61% humidity. That's why our clouds are clear out there. We haven't had any rain in the rain gauge in the last day or two. And our barometer is reading 30.03 inches of mercury, 30 and 300ths of an inch of mercury. It says it's rising rapidly, which is not surprising. Actually, when I looked at it just before 8 o'clock this morning, it was 30 flat. So it has increased 300ths in the last 15, 20 minutes here. So as we look at this is going to be a beautiful day, I believe, from what this is looking at. Let's compare this to last week and see where we are. Um, we're at 52 degrees when I observed this, and that's sitting pretty normal with most of the days of last week, with the exception of Friday. We had that warm front come through after that storm, and that was what had us there. Um, our winds are coming from the north. That's part of the reason why we have the colder air that's out there, and we have 14-mile-an-hour winds out there. It was a gusty one at that time. It is blowing out there, and we have clear skies without anything. But it is cool with light winds. Go ahead and check out the map over here with the Weather Channel. Their current. So, if I were doing this in a classroom at this point, after doing this for a few weeks, I would be asking you, students, what is it that you're seeing on here, and what does it mean? It really would be great to be able to have that time with kids to be able to tell me what it is they're observing. So, first things first, what is it you see on this map around North Carolina? Hopefully, you're saying something about the high pressure that is in the Ohio Valley up in here into Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, as well as down here in the South. So these isobars, that's what these white lines are. Which means everything inside of these circles is pretty much the same pressure. We got a high pressure system. Outside of it, we have another one with another high pressure system, and we know that our winds travel from which direction? They generally travel from the west to the east. So if we're seeing this and we're here in North Carolina and we've got two isobars, one, two, and then we get into this high pressure and then this high pressure, and the next day or two, we should be seeing high pressure, high pressure, high pressure, because that's what's coming into our system. What else would you say that you notice? If I start talking timeline, if I say that this is today, right now, this is tomorrow, this is Wednesday, I'm seeing a few things. I've got some precipitation in the green with a little bit of yellow and orange, meaning it could be a little bit more intense there, more precipitation. Sitting behind that, I've got some low pressure. Remember, low pressure loosens up the air, allows it to have more moisture in it. The higher the pressure, the tighter it's going to squeeze the moisture out of it. So we should see our humidities tomorrow being even less, or as the day goes on. We're at what, 60% today. Well, we should see that go down as well because that high pressure is going to be here squeezing the moisture out. But behind it is some low pressure and some storms. That's what's coming in next. One of the reasons we're cold today is what do we see here? Hopefully, you said a cold front. So, what kind of air is behind that? What kind of air mass is back there? Yeah, we've got another cold front with cold air mass, which means that cold air is leaving us, but we are in that cold air mass right now. We're in a cold, dry air mass. That's what we have there. So that's why we have the beautiful skies outside. It's going to be a good day. I'll bet you it's going to be a little bit cooler. Um, We'll see what happens with those wind directions. They had it coming from the north, which means our winds are coming from up here. Where they actually had a trace of snow. My dad said up here in the northern Michigan, he said he woke up just the other day and there was a trace of snow on the ground. So as we look at flowers and blooming and mowing of grass, they haven't mowed their grass up there yet because there's still some piles of snow where it has piled up over the winter. That's what we're looking at here. Let's go to Windy and see what's happening out there. It's telling us that we have about 11-mile-an-hour winds here, which is close to what we saw at the Davis station at Moore about 20 minutes ago. 11 miles an hour coming from the northwest. We can see these winds coming from up here in the Ohio Valley coming on down into North Carolina. Let's look at temperatures and see what happens here. See if we can see um, this change in color right through here. That's where that cold front was located. I see we've got some wind directions. It looks like after we leave here, this is what's coming next. That clear day. I don't know. It looks like our winds are going to stay right about where they are for a little bit. We also see that right here. We saw this a week ago. We watched this and trying to figure out where moisture was coming from. We see that there are winds coming around the Gulf of Mexico and pushing up into Texas and Oklahoma. Let's see if that's where that moisture is located. So let's click on rain and thunder. And we're not seeing a bunch. We got a little bit of this right here where moisture's coming in. I will put a bet, if I'm a betting man if it comes to weather, that this right here will accumulate more and grow into something more. Look at those. They got some lightning bolts in there. So that means there's some storms in there that are coming with this. And there it is. If we go forward Tuesday, that's there. I wonder what happens on Wednesday. There we go. That's where that storm from Oklahoma, as well as the stuff that was up over here in Missouri, kind of comes together. Look at all the moisture being pushed up into there. I'll bet we have warm temperatures in there. So warm things move faster. That's why we have warm air. We have more storms. So we look at that coming across. We'll be watching for this. I'll bet you for Thursday night. Yeah, Thursday night pushing through. Thursday during the day. Yeah, Thursday morning looks like. Forgive me, Thursday morning. My little bar was in the way of my timeline. Let's just see some storms possibility coming there. As we see that they don't always come exactly where we think they're going to be, but there's a chance for them coming later this week. So keep in mind, keep looking at the sky, see what you see. Have a great day. Uh, be safe, be healthy, and don't forget